I've been driving on my own for about 2 years now. I know some of you guys might be going on your third, fourth, or fifth year, so you might be a little more experienced than me, but I've only rear-ended one person, so I'd like to say I have a pretty good track record. But my parents were not excited when they saw that $1,100 bill after I barely scratched that car in front of me. But even though I'm not the best driver, I would say that I can define my livelihood in 3 great lessons I've learned with the 3 cars that I've driven in my life. So first we have the Champagne Jam. Champagne Jam is a 2002 Honda Civic with the nastiest car seats ever and no Bluetooth. So my brother and I would have to bring in a speaker into the car if we wanted to listen to our music. It's technically my dad's car, so whenever he would come pick my friends and I up, I would be so embarrassed if I saw him with the Champagne Jam because I didn't want to be seen in it. But when I think about the car, and even though it was a piece of junk, I know my dad wanted to teach us how to be frugal, which sometimes flies over my head, but more importantly, to be grateful about the things that we have. Next car we have, is the Honda Odyssey, or the minivan. I just turned 16 and all my friends were getting their dream sports cars or Jeep Wranglers, and I had to lug around this huge ass minivan that had no turn radius and felt like it could shut down at any given moment. And at that age, I was terrified of the judgment that came with driving this car. But my dad always said that it's not the car that defines me, it's me that defines the car. So if I act like it's super cool, then all my friends are going to think it's super cool, which they eventually did once they realized I could fit all of them in the back seat and drive them all home from parties and stuff like that. But as an angsty teen who only cared about appearance, the minivan taught me a lot of humility, which I might not have learned otherwise going to the private school I did all of those years in high school. Lastly is the Subaru Outback, which is my mom's baby. She finally let me get behind the wheel once I became a little more experienced. But when I think about this car, I think about driving it down the roads with my friends, screaming out the windows our favorite songs. It got me to all my lacrosse games, practices, and training sessions, which got me to be an athlete here at DePaul. And this car taught me how to be a grown-up in a sense. I had to be responsible when driving it, but it also gave me freedom going down the roads. Plus, my mom would absolutely kill me if I got into a car accident. So to conclude, gratefulness, humility, and responsibility are 3 things that I carry with me every day. Without these lessons, my morals would be completely different. Without these cars, I wouldn't be who I am. Even though I was very embarrassed driving most of these cars around, at the end of the day, what can a car really say about you? It doesn't really tell you much about who I am and what I believe in. All this being said, I still am a really bad driver, but that's something I can work on.